So we've all seen all these videos floating around of everyone just absolutely tearing Diablo 4 apart. This is what's wrong with it. This is what PoE does. This is what Blizzard needs to do. When in all reality, all honestly, Diablo 4 isn't PoE. It's not Diablo 3. It's not D2. They have really gone out of their comfort zone with this to do something absolutely different. But today, we're going to sit down and take a look at this through the eyes of a casual player. You know, the people lined up at KFC getting their double downs, and they're like, oh shit, I can play Diablo 4. I don't even know what Diablo is, but I got code for it. Let's check it out. And honestly, it looks good. It runs good. It is very well optimized for a beta. On a 3050, I had no problems running this on Ultra. Everything ran almost seamlessly, except for a few problems with latency because, you know, it's beta and they're stress testing everything. I mean, honestly, the only complaint at all I had with it was all the random ass ladders you have out in the open world. I wander around killing shit, not climbing up and down ladders. The dungeons are fun, all except for the 100% completions where you end up having that one flappy boy left at the entrance that you ran past. But other than that, that's just a small tweak. That's an easy fix. The boss fights for an ARPG are pretty damn good. The bosses are engaging. They're not just giant loot pinatas. And you can really tell that they put a little bit of thought into it instead of, oh, here's a big guy, smack him a couple times, and here's your legendaries. But on top of all the various dungeons scattered across the map, you've got cellars, which are like little tiny mini dungeons that you can do. They're pretty cool. Not something I'd want to farm on repeat, but they're content. The same can't be said for all the world events and strongholds scattered throughout the map, though. They're spawn off and they're fun. I mean, you get loot from them, you get crafting reagents for their rudimentary crafting system. I mean, it's not an in-depth crafting system, but it's cool. What really caught me off guard, and I thought I was going to hate, is when you first get into town and you see the renown system. I thought, oh, good God, this is going to be just like WoW. We're going to be sitting here, farming rep, endlessly for half-cock rewards. But that was not the case whatsoever. The renown system in Diablo 4, I think is great. It pretty much boils down to spend time in a zone, doing things in a zone, get renown points for almost everything, and half the rewards are account bound, as it should be. Nobody wants to farm rep 100 times on 100 characters. I mean, each character gets their own rewards, but the big rewards are account bound, so do it once, be done with it. But hopefully when the seasons launch, all the Lilith statues that are like the hide and seek champions, they ought to be called Sasquatch statues, because I didn't find a single one other than the one that they make you find to introduce to them. I really hope we don't have to run around finding those twice. That'll just be teetotally awful. One thing that really stood out upon all of this to my casual ass is I bet nobody else picked up on this. You enter a dungeon and it's daytime. You do the dungeon, you go crawling back out the dungeon, you re-emerge back into the world, and guess what? It is nighttime. That's mind-blowing. That is awesome. But the big ticket item I have seen everyone talking about is itemization. But it seems like every single legendary I got just alters a skill in one way or another to help aid in class builds. It's not like, oh, you're going to do 50% more cold damage or frostbolt is a guaranteed crit or something, which is good. Hopefully they keep build diversity in the game instead of turning it into Diablo 3, where get these 3 Mambo Wombo items and just run around one-shotting everything. The way they have everything set up now, it works together good. It's fun, it's engaging, it makes you want to play, it makes you want to push, it makes you want to progress. But all in all, I had fun with the D4 beta. I'm happy where it's at. It just needs some minor tweaks. I mean, everyone knows that certain classes are better than others. Certain classes are borderline unplayable right now. Just figure out how to balance everything, tweak some numbers, and we've got something halfway decent, as long as the end game is good. I mean, if we get stuck farming greater rifts for 28 seasons straight, yeah, the game has no longevity. It's not going to hang around. People ain't going to do this again for the next 10 years. But if they can come up with something fun and engaging to do once you're level 120 and fully geared at the end of the season to keep people hanging around, I think they'll have a product on their hands that will last a few years. I mean, 5, 6 at the least before interest starts dying off. But then again, what do I know? I'm just a casual player, casually playing a game made for casual players. But if you enjoyed the video and want to hear more about what a casual player has to say about playing games, how about you give me a like and maybe even consider subscribing? I've got World of Warcraft content coming soon, because boy oh boy do I have a lot to say about Dragonflight after coming back after quitting in Warlords of Draenor and having an 8-year hiatus. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.